Hi everyone, welcome back to Fragrance Finder. I'm your host Frost Tanner. Today we're going to be going over Perfumarte Peppered Ferns, which is a €12 clone of Bleu de Chanel. Let's get to it. If you haven't watched the other episodes yet, this is part of a series where I purchased a bunch of clones from a store called Perfumearte in Valencia. As per their website, they specialize in making high quality, indistinguishable clones. So I got this clone of Bleu de Chanel because it's one of the most popular fragrances of all time. This bottle is the 50 ml. It's pretty sleek. It's got a good hand feel when you're spraying it. The one complaint I will have is the top here, the atomizer and the cap. Because like I mentioned in a video before, this cap has broken in my suitcase. It was fractured and I had to actually go back to the store and buy a new cap for €2. Now let's give it a spray. You can pause the video here for a full note breakdown. Now based on my experiences with the other clones that I've smelled from Perfumarte, they really capture the essence of the fragrance that they're cloning very well. Now, what comes to mind when I say, what does men's cologne smell like? You'll probably picture something along the lines of Bleu de Chanel or Acqua di Gio by Giorgio Armani, or something inspired by one of those two. In my opinion, Bleu de Chanel is the most executed, fresh and clean fragrance, and that's the inspiration behind soaps, behind body wash, behind deodorants, and so on. And this captures that essence very well to the original fragrance. Not like a generic body wash, not like a generic soap or body mist or spray deodorant, but like original Bleu de Chanel. The opening is citrusy, it's refreshing, it's nice and light. Then it shifts to peppery and piney pretty quickly, unlike Bleu de Chanel where I feel like that citrusy kind of goes on a bit longer. And then on the dry down, it's a bit more of that patchouli and that woodiness that really come out. As for the time and occasion, same as the original fragrance, right? Because it is a clone, so you can't go wrong with smelling fresh and smelling clean in any weather, any season, any time or occasion. But where this really would shine is in hot weather settings, maybe during the daytime. It also makes a really great office fragrance as long as you're not spraying too many sprays. As for demographic, what I picture is someone in their early 20s all the way through late 40s or 50s wearing this fragrance, but it's really for any age because it is so versatile. Now I'm gonna rate this fragrance in 5 different categories, and this is how it works on my skin, so the experience may be different for you. As for longevity, this gets a 9 out of 10. I would say it lasts for about 8 hours on skin and about a few days on clothes. And when I spray it on my neck, I could smell it all day. As for projection, this also gets a 9 out of 10. It can definitely fill up a room if you're spraying on more than a couple sprays. As for my rating, I give this a 7 out of 10. Bleu de Chanel is a great scent. This is a good clone, but I actually prefer something more unique. Or even in the Bleu de Chanel line, maybe something like Bleu de Chanel Parfum because it's got kind of like a darker, more zest in that citrus note. As for uniqueness, this gets a 3 out of 10. It is a clone first and foremost, and it is a clone of Bleu de Chanel, which there's a ton of fragrances out there that smell like Bleu de Chanel, so it's not really unique in any particular way. But as for value, this gets a 10 out of 10. For €12, you're getting 50 ml of an eau de parfum that smells pretty much one for one of Bleu de Chanel, the true essence of Bleu de Chanel. So solid value overall. Now when we total up all the scores and average them out, Peppered Ferns by Perfumarte gets a 7.6 out of 10. If you want to see other reviews or comparisons of other fragrances that we've done, check out the links down below and some of our other videos. Otherwise, subscribe for weekly fragrance content, and we'll see you next time.